Hi there, welcome to another painting tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to paint this rose. So let's get started. And let's start with a small brush. I'm going to take a size 0 spotter or a round brush. And let's add the darkest details of the flower. So I have this magenta color, and I'm going to mix a little bit of brown in there. This is a burnt umber. And a little bit of Ultramarine Blue, and then see if that'll give us a dark, rich, almost a maroon color. And then let's put that in. Just gonna pop it in along the edges. Okay, so we'll put some over here, and then over here. Just kind of outlining that sketch, and adding a little bit more burnt umber, just to shift it a little bit darker. I'm gonna come around this edge. Just kind of going over this sketch, establishing the form. And if you want to paint along with me, you can find this sketch in the description below. Okay. And then I could shift it even darker. I'm going to take a little bit of black paint and then get a really dark mix. Let's see if we can put that really dark in a few little areas and just a few spots. These are just some areas that are going to have a lot of contrast. Okay. All right, so now we can move to a mid-tone, and let's take a size 6 filbert. And for the mid-tone, we could use kind of a straight magenta. And let's see if we can put that. Let's actually spray the canvas. And that's going to help these colors kind of blend together a little bit more. So I've got kind of a watery mix. The flowers, they kind of have this watercolor effect where the color looks like it's bleeding onto the rose. So using quite a bit of water can kind of help you get that effect. I'll come around this edge. Okay, we'll go around this edge. So the flower, it's just got a lot of these pretty little edges. We're going over the lines of the sketch here, so we don't lose those lines. Okay, so now let's switch to another color, kind of another mid-tone. So I have this, let's see, it's kind of a beige color. And I can mix a little bit of this, that darker pink that we mixed up. Okay, and then let's put that in. So it could kind of be a little bit of a shadow color. Just kind of put that in. It's like a mid-tone, but a little bit of a darker mid-tone. Kind of a shadow. Okay, and now let's mix up a warmer mix of that color. So we'll take some of this yellow and mix it in with the beige. And that should give us a warmer beige tone, another mid-tone. Let's put that in. So you can kind of decide, is it too yellow or is the color what you were looking for? I think right here there's quite a bit of yellow. Okay, and then here we can do that warmer shade. Okay, and then I might go back to the cooler side and then add a little bit more. So I actually need that to be a little bit more of a beige color. So you can kind of, it's a good idea to test your colors out before you apply them onto the paper. Just kind of get a little scrap piece of paper and test the colors and see if they're going to work. Okay, so now I want a lightest light, so I'm going to take this titanium white and I want it to have maybe a little bit of yellow and a little bit of beige, maybe a little more white. Let's see if we can put that in. Okay, so I'm kind of using this color to just kind of cover up some of the white areas that were not already painted. Okay, so I think that looks good. Okay, I'm going to take a straight white. See if we can kind of mix that. Put that in there as a highlight. I want to try to build a little bit of three-dimensional form. So I'm just kind of streaking in some white highlights. Using the edge of the brush. Okay. I want to put this highlight, emphasize that highlight a little bit more. Okay, and then in the very, very center, let's take this size 0 spotter. Let's take a little bit of black, mix it with some of that magenta. And then let's put that in the very center. Just kind of redefine some of those lines in there. So I want that to be the focal point. Just kind of going over that sketch. Okay, so now let's take, this is a size 6 round brush with a nice point to it. And let's mix a little bit of a darker shade of this green. So I'm going to take a little bit of raw umber, a little bit of ultramarine blue, and see if we can get a dark shade of green. And then let's use that kind of as our shadow colors for this part. I'm going to spray the canvas again. Okay, and then I'm taking this other paint, which is like a dark olive green or an evergreen color. Just kind of put that in, and this part doesn't have to be too precise. I want it to stay kind of loose. Then I'm going to take this mid-tone green. Some of my colors are kind of mixing together. That's fine. This area is nice and loose. Try to use the tip of that brush to get into that little fine corner. And then we'll go along the stem. Go up on the leaf. You can also try your one stroke painting here. Just get enough paint on the brush, kind of press down, lift up. Okay, and then I would take a little bit of titanium white, mix it in with some of that warm spring green, and then let's see if we can kind of use that as a little bit of a highlight. We take a little bit more of the titanium white. Just put a few highlights with this one. Okay, so I think we'll call this complete. I hope you get to give it a try. Thanks so much for painting along with me. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and we'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.